How about I take over this shop and convert it into the second church? Do I have your permission? Can you sign over here, please?
The corpse, the head sort of like looks up at you, says no, and then just flops down as the magic fades.
I think she said yes.
I heard it. Sounded like a yes. If you don't mind, I'm going upstairs.
Remember my cut.
Your cut is my cut.
Remember to donate 50% to the church.
50%.
50%. All right, well that's no. I'm sorry, but you get 30%. That's what's going to the church. Your cat. Yes. That leaves us with 35% shortcake. Mash is hard.
15% at best. It's a donation, not a tax.
15 is a tax from 30% of the donation.
You don't get to tell us what a tax is.
Look, I'm older than you.
Separation of state and religion.
Exactly, you're older, which means you have less need for more things. So you get less money.
30 days then. I'm messing with you. Keep your hard-earned money. Donate when your heart will desire so.
Sure.
Has he
Oh.
donated?
What do you mean? I will wait for you outside. I'm gonna leave.
Probably a good idea. Yeah.
All right, you are stepping outside.
Yeah, thinking that they're gonna murder me. So, in order not to pay me.
What are the other two doing?
What did she say was on the third floor?
No, the third floorboard.
Oh, third floor board. Sorry, I missed that. Well, I'm going to check the third floor board.
All right, you go over to the corner she pointed to, and you have a look around. You count the floorboards, and you find one, and it looks perfectly normal. 100% not out of the ordinary at all.
Okay, well, I'm going to check the nail that she spoke about.
Alright, you check the nail and you notice it has a tiny rooched into it.
Honey, what? Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
A tiny rune.
Ooh.
Do you smell magic? But I'm outside.
What else did she say? Do you remember, Strogo? Was that it?
I stopped paying attention.
Oh my god. I'm gonna poke my head out of the door and be like, Boris! Do you remember what the dead lady said? I'm like shaking this quite loud. Do you remember what the dead lady said about the floorboard, the nail? Did you say anything after that?
Second button, something.
Multiple people around you sort of stop and turn around to look at you.
I'm gonna look at them and be like, go on, move along. Don't be so bloody nosy.
What are you looking at? You're
Boris,
so eager to donate to the church.
Get inside. I'm just gonna grab him by like his collar on his plate hammer and drag him in.
All right.
You said about the second button or something.
Can I look
if
for a
I
button?
recall. Can I also look for buttons?
Give me an investigation check.
With advantage and guidance? Because I'm doing that too.
Disadvantage and guidance. Fucking hell, she just told you guys.
The questions were such chaos, come on.
That's not my problem.
It took so much attention just to understand what we were even asking.
Oh gosh. Please, somebody help.
You do not find a button. Does anyone else want to look for a button?
Yeah, sure. Investigation?
Yes.
Stogeg, stop standing around not eating pies. Get on your knees and look for a button, sir.
Do what I want.
Well, alright. If you
Which
don't
board
find
is
a
it?
button, you don't get any money. Me and Boris will keep it.
I want to roll now just to win.
I think it's gonna be easy too.
Come on, give me a crossbow moment. Where's the button? Ah, goddamn.
So, all three of you are sort of on your knees, you know, scrambling through the rubble, trying to find the button that you think you remember her talking about. When you hear sort of a polite behind you, and you turn around, and in the doorframe you see the captain of the guard standing. Behind him are 5 other guards, and he sort of looks down at you and he says, "Well, might I ask what you're doing here, fine gentleman?"
If I am
gonna-
a local, would there be a chance that I know him?
Oh yeah, you definitely know him, for sure. I mean, the other 2 know him as well. They have
One-
dealings with him.
I'm going to immediately stand up and be like, oh, for God, get out, we're busy, and just close the door in their face.
His name
corpse
is...
slay.
And I'm still holding the dagger.
Yeah. Boris, his name is Eliander. He is the captain of the guard. He is one of the royalists in town, so basically he isn't that well liked by the fishermen and, you know, the smugglers, obviously.
Does
But
he donate to church?
Yes, very
Okay,
much.
then I like him.
Donate to the church. He is still fairly well respected, even by the people who are not a fan of him, because he is known for being fair, and he's known for being upright, and also known for 100% not accepting bribes, even though many people have tried, but they've all gone to jail for it. So, you know. Some might call him uptight, but he likes to uphold the law and do things properly.
Eliando, my good old friend, long time no see. How are you doing, buddy? How's your father? Is he doing well?
He looks at you, he raises an eyebrow, and he says, "Well, didn't expect to find you here. Well, my father is doing quite a lot better now.
How's your
Thanks
job? I
to-
see you're pretty busy lately.
Yes, well, we had some troublemakers in town recently. Say," and he like looks at your hand that's, you know, holding.
Yeah, I'm not hiding the dagger. I'm not hiding.
Yeah, he sort of looks at you and he says, "Wanna explain what's going on here?"
Drop the dagger, Boris.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Here, this is what happened. We came here just like 2 hours ago, right? We were away for 2 weeks on a bloody request, and
On
we
an
came back to see
adventure.
this. Whatever you call it, son.
Right.
I went with you just to watch over you, so you won't
Yes.
die on it. alcoholism or something.
Yes. He's my AAA teacher.
Hey.
We've had a lovely opportunity to speak with the previous owner of the shop. And by the way, this facility actually belongs to me now, and it's going to be converted to the church. Would you like to donate to it now?
His eye raises even higher. His eyebrow raises even higher, and he says, "I'm gonna have to ask you all to come with me."
Oh, do we really have to do this?
Yes.
Honestly. It's gonna be a waste of time. We're trying to solve a murder, which, by the way, is half solved because we're doing your job. Now, if you don't mind, we're kind of busy.
Solving murders is still the job of the guards.
And yet you
All I
arrived
see
late.
are some people breaking and entering. Now you can either come with us out of your own accord, or we can do this the hard way.
Do I have to call Gellin?
You can call whoever you want. It doesn't change a thing.
Oh, for God's sake. Boris, get
Are you
Gellin on the
coming?
phone. We're going to go to jail. Get Gellin on the phone.
Who do you think I am? A messenger? I'm a
Yes,
priest.
specifically. The only one who can message you.
Can we do just one more thing? We're looking for a button. Can you help us look
Oh
for
wait,
it?
no, that was Steve. Shit, where's Steve?
He looks at you and he doesn't even respond. He just nods to his guards, and they step forward
Oh, God.
and are gonna escort you back to the guardhouse, unless you wanna.
Hey, if I come
You know.
freely, I don't want no handcuffs, alright? I'm not into that.
Yeah, they haven't taken out handcuffs. They are just expecting you to come with them. It's not like you being arrested. They are just bringing you in for interrogation, basically.
All right, sure. I'll just raise my hands and walk out.
Can't we just avoid the unnecessary walking and just talk here?
Oh yeah, can we avoid it?
He just shakes his head and he says, "Get going."
Oh, for God's sakes. Man, guards, I tell you what, you guys are just stick up the bum. And I'm just gonna walk out the door.
Make sure. What's the name again? Elianda.
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 Make sure you don't damage the body. We might need to speak to her again, just in case.
He looks at you and he shakes his head and he says, "I know how to do my job. Thank you very much, priest.
Just ask
Very
her.
slowly.
I obviously will treat the body with utmost care. And as soon as the investigation is concluded, we will release her to the church."
Did we give him the
As
bloody
it is
knife? Suppose you want the bloody knife.
One of the guards has
I did.
sort of like, yeah,
I gave it to them already.
Oh, okay.
yeah, they already have it.
I mean, sure, but if you'll take it from here, that makes it easier for us. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So-
Smoky.
Is it lunch yet?
Fine.
Four of the guards sort of start to escort you back to the guardhouse. The Elianda actually stays behind and is still talking to one of his guards. And you get brought to the building that you already know from when you tried to sell him goblin ears.
That was successful, mind you.
Yes, but you were trying to scam him out of his money. And you are brought into the same room where you met him first, and one of the guards just asks you to wait here and tells you that he'll be with you shortly.
God, how long is this going to take? I have a phone call.
What's the phone?
Do you have
Require
anyone
a
around
messenger.
that can send a message? Require a message to be sent.
As you ask that, the door opens and a guard you know, Martin, pokes his head in and he
Oh.
looks at the other guard and he says, "Don't worry about it. I'll take care of them." And the other guard shrugs and leaves, and he closes the door and sort of leans against him. It crosses his hands and he says, What did you do now? I mean, first you rob an old lady, and now you... I mean, sorry, you didn't rob an old lady.
Robin,
And
no,
now you-
excuse me. What?
Yeah.
Can you hear this man? Stogeg thinks we robbed an old lady.
We were found not guilty.
Yes,
like
you were
we
found
didn't do
not
it.
guilty. Yes. What happened?
Thank you very much.
Murder? Really?
No, excuse me. We had business to conduct with that woman in which we stumbled upon her corpse with a knife in the back. Now, if you don't mind, we, us three, started to investigate said corpse to find out who murdered her, plus whatever business we had to, finish conducting her with. And, we were trying to finish that business until you bloody guards just menacingly walked in and interrupted quite rudely.
Yeah, almost as if that was our job, to investigate murders that have taken place.
Well, how did you
2
even
days
find
ago.
out about the murder?
Listen, I'm not here to argue with that. That's what the captain is for. Is there anything you need right now? Anything I can help you with? I can't get you out of here right now.
A
but-
message.
Right. What kind of message?
A message to
Need a
Gellin.
lawyer.
To Gellin, the peacock.
Yes. He's a lovely,
Right.
upstanding citizen who has quite a reputation in this
yes,
town.
he's a member of the council. Of course he's upstanding. What do you want me to tell him?
Well, we're good friends, and I would like you to tell him if he could send some help. We are currently at the jail, and it would be great if he could do so.
Send for a lawyer.
He nods and he says, "All right, will do, no problem." And then he sort of stops and he looks at you and he grins and he says, "But if you're innocent, why do you need help?"
Because I would like to get out of here sooner than necessary.
Better call Steve.
Steve would have been useful at the time, right?
Oh, fucking hell.
Sorry.
Yeah, Martin just, he nods and he just gets out of the room and you're left alone for about 5 more minutes. And then the door swings open and the captain walks in.
Oh,
and he,
what? About
He
bloody
sits down.
time.
And he says, "Well, sorry about the delay. There was an old lady that had to
Oh.
say her piece about the whole thing.
That lovely neighbor.
The one that talks a lot, yes?
Yes, a lot.
She's very nosy, isn't she?
And
That
very wise.
is one way to put it. Yes, very nosy and very opinionated. Anyway,
These days.
Bloody old people, I swear to God.
Have no respect, and they're just standing on different corners.
right. I am aware all of you have been out of town, and I do not believe that our priest here would get into any illicit dealings. But would you mind explaining to me how you happened to find her and anything you know related to it?
Well,
Since you said you were investigating instead of calling us guards. And he sort of looks at you a bit disappointed, Boris. You can see that he's like, you should have called the guards because it's their job. You should have called the police. But he,
Yeah, Boris.
Why do you think I went outside? Not even bloody 10 minutes have passed. I decided to go outside to call someone. But then you bloody just took me back in.
You were asking for
He's
donations,
being truthful,
don't mind.
God. I did pull him back in. I thought he was bringing too much attention.
Right. I don't. Just. What do you know about this?
Well, do you have that dagger on you?
He nods and he pulls it out. He wrapped it in a piece of cloth and he unwraps it and puts it on the desk between you. And he says, "Yes, it's. Well, I am familiar with the sigil. It's from the sea thieves, but they usually don't get involved with matters in town directly. This is a first.
Very concerning, right?
And since you guys always seem to turn up when there's trouble around, I was curious what your take on this was."
I guess it's just a coincidence.
Really, Boris?
Yes, I have nothing to do with this, boy. What should I know about this?
Just go and pray to one of your amulets.
I will, thank you. Can I leave? And I'm just gonna head for the door. Make a run for it.
Eliana hesitates, but then he just nods, and one of the guards that's sort of been standing by the door, like, opens the door for you.
I'll just stay outside the room.
Alright, cool.
I'll just annoy the guard outside.
Yeah, great. He looks very... He's actually... He's... You remember him. He's... Even though he's already... Like, he's around 20. But you know he lives with his grandma, and she always forces him to go to the temple to pray. And you know that without her, he would never show up or anything. So, you know, you give him a bit of a lecture on the importance of attending church.
No one will push you when she's gone, boy.
That could be taken such a dark way.
Yeah, Eliander looks at you two and he says, "Well, spit it out."
Well, we spoke with the woman. Well, at least Boris spoke with her. She didn't really want to listen to me because, you know, clerics speak with the dead, that whole situation. And it turns out a group of men who were hooded came to ask us some questions about a specific medallion, which you know nothing about, of course. And those men were hooded and possibly cultists. And, yes, I believe that these sea thieves are in connection with those cultists, and we're trying to find us adventurers because we have their medallion, and they're trying to kill us.
Right.
You got the whole picture now? Can I go?
No, you staying here.
Oh my.
If they are with the Sea Princes, why are you saying they're cultists?
Well, because... God, I have to explain this now. Okay. So, we happened to have stumbled upon this medallion, in which us being adventurers took it upon ourselves to find out what was going on. And it turns out there is a group of cultists trying to get pieces of this medallion together so that they might summon their... Stogang, back me up here. What's it called again?
Avatar, there. What is it called? Hang
Some
on.
sort of demon god.
Demon god thing. What is it?
Like a lot?
Is it the maw?
No, it's not the Maw.
No, that's
Sigmoy?
No, it's not Sigmoy.
The god Tharizdun.
That is too.
They
Thank
reach-
you.
There's dude.
they wish to re-summon the god Tharistune.
Yes,
Oh,
they're
how
trying
do you
to
know?
summon the god Tharizdun with this medallion. And because every time they've tried to get it back from us, they've failed, I'm assuming that they're trying to find us still. This is my theory. Also, they're in with the church.
Eliander just sits there and he just looks at the knife, just stares at it for multiple minutes, not saying anything. And then he looks up and he says, "Do you have any idea how insane you sound right now?"
Yes. But, as you said, these thieves have never meddled inside of town. Why would they do that all of a sudden?
This medallion, do you have it on you?
Boris!
What? I'm just gonna peek in. You stay there, boy. Don't
He's
go
asking-
away. I'm not done with you. What?
He's asking for the medallion. Leave the boil. He's asking for the medallion. Get inside.
You have the medallion, not me.
I thought you had it.
What? I don't care what. I give it to you when we left the town.
Drop my bag, but like, for God's sakes, just start
Are you
rummaging
drunk again?
through my bag. Trying to find it.
Are you drunk again?
Oh, you're right. Here it is.
Right. And I'll shut the door and continue mumbling to the boy.
Are you showing him the case?
I show him the case, but I'm like, I can't open it though.
Why not?
For good reasons. Because this case is made out of lead, and if I open this, it's going to give the specific location of where the amulet is to those looking for it. And I don't want to do that. And I once again understand how insane this sounds. And I'm really not
Right.
helping the situation.
You're really not. Very well. We
Situation
have a room here that is specifically warded against that sort of magic. Well, all kinds of magic, rather. How about we go there and you show it to me?
How about you give me a reason to trust you, Eliander?
I'm the guard captain. I was put in charge of the security for this town.
Yeah, and the church worship God and do good things, but apparently they're doing foul things as well.
He sighs and he says, "Well, listen. As much as you sound like a complete madman, I cannot overlook a potential threat to Saltmarsh. So either you show me this amulet, or I will have to incarcerate all of you."
Oh god, why didn't you say that earlier? And I just start walking to the room.
Alright, he leads you actually, much to your dismay, he leads you into the jail, and he explains to you that the one room they do have and they occasionally use for like meetings as well, is a jail cell that was designed specifically to hold spellcasters. It is, warded against all sorts of magic. And you enter, and it doesn't look, it's not that bad. I mean, it's a stone room, but there's a table in there, there are a few chairs in there, there are chains hanging from the wall. It's a
Torture
strange
devices.
mixture of jail room and meeting room.
Yes, quite the strange setup you have here, Eliander.
Listen, we make do with what we have. And he sort of closes the door behind him and he says, "Well," and you do notice actually there are no guards with you right now. It's just him. Like, he told the guards to wait outside.
Can I incite him? He seems.
Did he tell them to go and speak with Boris?
And am I
Well,
is Stogeg with me as well?
You guys can decide. Like, did you go with them?